Greetings, what's the Retro Man here. Now, how do you get this arcade machine into one of these? Or older computers, or games consoles, or even arcade machines, well, proper games? I've got some exciting news for you. I've got a book coming out all about emulation. It basically goes through on what emulation actually is, how to do it, what to use, what kind of, various computers, consoles, that type of thing, and what kind of emulators are good to emulate them. I'm actually walking back from dropping my car off because it's needing MOT, but they're going to need it all day, so I've had to leave it off. My wife said thinking, oh, look at me hair, it looks good, doesn't it? It's a bit of hair on top I've got left. But what I'm going to say is about the emulation side of things. How do you do it? Well, a lot of people have created programs for the Windows PC. Even you can now do it on. Sorry, I've got on my screen. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just cleaning the screen off there. Well, what you can do, there's various what they call emulators that you can use. So if you want to play your old Spectrum games, well, you can download them, let's say. So like download the backups of them as files. You can relive your childhood things that you've done. Now, also the other thing is, how do you do it? Where do you find them? Well, I'll tell you what, which ones I've found, which are the best for each of the computers. So like your Spectrums, Commodore 64, Amstrad, and also things like the Amiga, ST, and even the older ones like your Dragon 32s and your BBCs, everything like that, you see. So that's other things I've done. The other ones for like your games consoles, like your Super Nintendo, Mega Drives, your Sega Master Systems, all that type of thing. There are individual emulators, but there's also compilation type emulators as well. And again, I covered all of them in detail and say which is the best. Yeah, like I say, my book, once it's done, obviously prices and everything will be confirmed, but there will be probably a PDF version maybe, that you can download rather than just paying for the actual book itself. But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy it. There's articles on various things, old computers, newer computers, and even bits on kind of the newest ones, if you like, and how you can emulate using the new ones as well, which is quite bizarre, really, to think that people are using brand new machines to emulate really old machines. But it's not nostalgia. That's why people do it. It's nostalgia, and including myself. I loved all the Spectrums and everything, and then one of my first ones that I had, which was an Astronic games console, I actually used that, and I had played on that for quite a long time. But the games were very limited. There weren't many games you could buy for it, unfortunately. And then one day when I thought I'll try and have a go, it broke. So I was a little bit disappointed at that. I think I've probably still got it up in the loft somewhere, or when I scrapped it, I don't know, I can't remember, because it was at I think it was at my dad's house, and sadly he passed away quite a few years ago. And when he passed away, we got rid of a lot of the things, including my old magazines, which I was really gutted about. But times go on, and we didn't have the space, so I hope. So anyway, like I said, when the book is ready, or I'll be putting updates about it. So like I say, eyes peeled, and if you're interested in emulation at all, or want to know what it is about, I've kind of done it as a nice introduction and helpful guide, as well as explaining what in the past what the machines were like and how they fared compared to other ones as well. So it's kind of quite an informative booklet, or book rather, basically going on lots of different things, including arcade machines as well. Because yes, you can emulate the old arcade machines like Pacman, Space Invaders, and I don't mean in the computers where they did different variants. You can actually emulate, or it's emulated the actual machines themselves directly with the ROMs. That part of the video I had to cut pretty quick because a friend of mine came to pick me up. But yeah, like I said, the actual book is going to be called A Guide to Retro Emulation. So like I say, it goes through everything, and I'm really looking forward to releasing it and seeing what, you know, kind of reaction I get, you know, and reviews, because I've sent parts of it off to the people that have actually created the emulators for it. For example, well, I'm not telling too much in, if you like, but one of the emulators which I really like, which is about my old machine, I got in touch with them and I said, look, okay, if I use like your images off the website, and he said to me, yes, that's fine, whichever one you want to use. He said, but he also made a suggestion how to improve the part of the article about it by explaining a little bit more about the emulator that he's written, which I thought, yeah, it's a good point, because he does get a little bit of information, and it also helps him to get people to maybe download the emulator on that particular you know, machine or handheld console, shall we say. So because they don't charge for it, they're asking for sort of monthly donations kind of thing, and you know, to help support them, and because you know, they've taken a long time to write it, etc. And I think it's a good idea to, you know, support these people, because otherwise if they didn't support them, they'd think, well, what's the point of doing anything? I'll not bother updating again. However, on the flip side of that, there's obviously a Spectaculator, which I used to use quite a lot, and unfortunately that's not been updated for ages now. I don't know what's happened to the person. I don't know whether they've got different projects on, if they've just not bothered about it, or if anything's happened to them. I don't know, because like I said, the website hasn't been updated for years. But again, that's in part of the book. I explain in detail various things about other emulators as well. So yeah, like I said, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Slightly different to how I normally do it. So let me, if you'd like any comments, positive or negative, let me know what you think about it, and obviously I will take on board what you say, and hopefully try my best to improve the future videos. And like I say, when I've done this book and completed it, I shall put another video out, you know, explaining details of where to buy it from, how to get it, etc. And hopefully have some reviews as well about the book. And you know, I mean, I'm going to get proofreading from certain people, like Clive Townsend. He will be getting a courtesy copy of the book, if you like, you know, to proofread it for me. And because, to be honest, with all the things he's done in the past for me, he deserves something back, you know. And I know it's not probably a lot compared to what, you know, other people like were doing the games, etc. But I just think it's a nice thing to do for him, because I know I've done things in the past, but you know, at the end of the day, I think, you know, good turn deserves another, etc. So anyway, like I said, thanks for watching this video. Take care, everybody, and stay safe.